Hello viewers, welcome to this broadcast. This is 360 Degree Business Health Check with hilarymmata. Today I want to tackle and talk to you about how to start a business. As a question that comes to many minds, that wherever they are, they want to start a business. Maybe you have been inspired by your colleagues, you've been inspired by great business people around the world, you have watched documentaries, and you also want to venture into business. So it is the dream of every person to start a business. Many people will want to start a business in one way or the other. So today I just want to take you through some steps or some thoughts to consider before you start that business. Because nobody starts a business with the mind of closing. Everyone starts a business with the idea of succeeding from one step to the other. However, each one of us, you need to consider some knowledge. We need to have some knowledge. You can't do something perfectly until you acquire some knowledge about it. You can't start out with ignorance. So today I want to feed your knowledge. I know most of you have a hunger for knowledge concerning business. So today there are some key things you're supposed to look at before you start that business. So I want to go through 4 ideas or 4 things that you need to consider before you start out in business. It's important because if you grasp the 4 things, it will be easier for you to decide which business to start out. Because all of us are placed in a particular environment, and all of us, we have gone through different experiences, different situations. All those experiences and situations, they contribute to which kind of business you can start. What I'm trying to say, from infancy up to where you are, you have gone through experiences. You have contacted people. You have worked somewhere. You have contacted different companies. Out of that wealth of experience, out of the culture and the background where you're coming from has shaped your mind, has deposited something in your mind concerning a business. You have an idea of what a business is, even without stepping into a business class. So I want us to look at 4 things to consider before you start business. And I'll start with talent-based business. So these are kind of businesses that you can start if you have a talent that corresponds to that business. I can give you an example. People who play instruments, musicians, they play guitar, they play the keyboard, they play the drum set. They can build around a business, around their gift, around their talent. So you can build a business around what you are gifted in. You can build your business around music. You're a musician. You know how to play an instrument. You can start out a business by teaching other people how to play an instrument at a fee. Maybe you charge at an hourly rate. So these are business ideas that are built upon a gift or a talent and a special ability. And I've given you a very good example, music. Number 2, you're good at it and you'll want to mentor other soccer players as well. You can start a junior club to teach young people how to play soccer at a fee. All of these are businesses that are based on talent. And I can say talent is given naturally. People who have talent or gifting, they don't have to work hard to manifest their giftings. As long as you discover that you are gifted, you're a gifted musician, you're a gifted soccer player, there are so many gifts and talents around the world. So you can build your business basing on the talent, basing on what you do and you do best. That's one way you can easily set out to do that business. And one advantage of this kind of business is you'll find that not so many people are talented in the same manner. You'll find not so many people have the same kind of gift like you do. You might be having similar, or maybe you're a soccer player, but there's how you do it that nobody else can do. You can be a guitar player, you can be a keyboard player, but you do it in a way that is unique to you. So it comes with what we call there's an advantage that you have if you start your business basing on the talent or the gift, because there is something unique you offer that not so many people can offer. The second part is knowledge-based business. You have been working in an industry for so many years. I can say that like the mining industry, the oil companies. You've been working in the communication industry. You've been working in the engineering sector for many years. So by the fact that you've been there, you have amassed knowledge, great knowledge and depth in that kind of industry. Maybe you've been under apprenticeship from a senior colleague, a master colleague. You have been together for many years and you have learned a lot concerning this business. So you can start out because you already have an advantage of knowledge. You have an advantage of experience. So you stand out. That's your unique selling proposition, because you can do it better than the other person because you've been around for some time. So these are called knowledge-based businesses or experience-based businesses, where you start out a business depending on the unique knowledge that is classified to you. So if you are here and you have been working in an industry for more than a decade, I believe most people that have worked in an industry for 10 years, and naturally they become an expert. Anything that you do for 10 years consistently, you become an expert in that very thing. So if you're here and you've been doing something perfectly, consistently for a decade, you can consider starting out on your own. You can consider pushing out that product and it will succeed. Why? You have experience, you have knowledge. Chances of success are very high because you have been here, you've done it before, and you're able to replicate the success of this kind of business. So I'll call it knowledge-based or experience-based businesses. You have been in the lecturing field. You've been a lecturer or a professor for 30 years. You've been doing research on one particular field. It can be medical. It can be business. It can be the economy. It can be political science. You have done it for 30 years. Now it's easy for you to launch out and to go to start a consulting firm in that particular kind of field because you've been around for so many years. You've been a professor of medicine for 30 years. You can start out a consulting firm to help other hospitals, ministries or governments as far as health matters are concerned, as far as ministries of health departments are concerned, because you've been around for so many years to do it. So that is the advantage of having a knowledge-based or experience-based industry. Another point I want to talk about is your passion. Now, there's a group of people. They are not naturally talented in a specific area, but in their hearts, they have a desire to go and learn it. They have a strong desire to learn maybe baking of cake. Nobody's born knowing how to bake a cake, but you can learn from other people. You can learn from your colleagues, and then you begin the journey as a baker. So your passion is driving you. Remember, this time around, your passion is driving you to do this kind of business. So it is possible that you can start out by training You can improve skills or acquire new skills by training. So there are people who have encountered skills because they have passion in that area. They went to learn baking, and they have started out a business of baking cakes and other products that are related to the cake. So that's one way. What are your passions? If you sat down and you began writing down the things that you like passionately. When I say passion, I don't mean desiring to do one thing today and then tomorrow you are already shifted to another thing. No, I'm not talking about this kind of people. You're consistent about doing this one thing, and you put out your effort, you put out everything that you have, your resources to go and learn it. One thing that you have a passion means that you'll do something about it. Either you'll study about it, or you do a research. You go on YouTube and begin to learn about it. You love something, you go for it and you begin to do it. The fourth kind of business, these are people who are very sharp in locating opportunities. I call it opportunity-based business. You sat down and then you saw an opportunity in your mind where you are, where you live. You've seen an opportunity where you live, and you maximize that opportunity by supplying the need of the people around you. Some people are good in citing opportunities. I can call it partly a gift, partly training or skill-based, where you are good in identifying gaps in the society. You are good in identifying gaps in the government. And when you see gaps, you write a proposal to the government, you write a proposal to companies telling them, I think you'll do well if you did 1, 2, 3 things, and I have a proposition to you. So these are people who have an eye for opportunities, who have a mind for opportunities. This is number 4. This is number 4 kind of people. They are people who are good in grasping opportunities. Many people call them opportunists. So we have this kind of people who go for the opportunities that are open around them. They see a need and then they propose ways of meeting that kind of need. Now, the last group of people, I can call them entrepreneurs. Now, entrepreneurs, if you compare with the 4 categories of people I'm talking about, these are people who are born with special abilities. I can say entrepreneurs are born, according to me. I know there are so many arguments out there, but my research has told me that entrepreneurs are born with the abilities. It is natural to them. How is it different from the first category of people I talked about, talent? Now, when I talk about entrepreneurs, it has to do with their mind. Their brain has been configured to invent things. I can call them inventors. Entrepreneurs are like inventors. They invent ideas which everyone else will build upon their business. So this category I'm talking about, they're called inventors, entrepreneurs who come up with mind-boggling ideas. And this is an inborn gift. They sit down and an idea just pops out of their head, and they begin to follow it and they succeed. The second the idea comes in, ideas keep popping up in their mind. Ideas keep popping up in their mind. These are people who are super talented, and they are very rare in this world. I can give an example. Elon Musk is one of this category. They are born with a special ability. The same way you dream, the same way you have visions, they get ideas supernaturally about specific inventions. And when they wake up to do it, it becomes a tremendous success, and everyone else follows them. So these are leaders naturally. They are pioneers. So most entrepreneurs or inventors, they are natural pioneers. They pioneer ideas. They are the first ones to break records. They are the first ones to do 1, 2, 3 things. So not many of us will fall under this category. But does it mean that you give up in business? No. As long as you're born, you cannot miss to find yourself on the list of the 5 categories that I've mentioned. So, wake up, pursue your dreams, start that business, and begin fulfilling the mandate of humanity as you smile all the way to the bank. Subscribe to this channel, share with your friends who need information about business. Cool.